Hey, what's happening, guys? Anthony here with the Silver Screen Analysis, and today we're talking about the final installment of the rebooted Ape franchise, War for the Planet of the Apes.
This is our last stand. And if we lose...
This review will be spoiler-free, and if you need to go back and catch up on the prior films, you can definitely check out the reviews that Greg from Movie Men Reviews and myself did on both Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The links will be in this review on the end screen. As for War for the Planet of the Apes, it is directed by Matt Reeves and it stars Andy Serkis, Amaya Miller, and Woody Harrelson. This story continues the saga of Caesar, 5 years after the events of the last film, and his apes have suffered a devastating loss. Things look bleak for the future of the apes as Caesar struggles between doing what is best for his kind and succumbing to the temptations of vengeance. There is no doubt I have been excited to see this film. I think the first two rebooted projects of the trilogy are both excellent for different reasons, and watching the vision for this saga unfold has been absolutely compelling in my opinion. So I walked into this theater hoping not to be let down, and I walked out of the theater with a smile on my face from having seen the evolution of what is now arguably an all-time great trilogy, and not just a trilogy, but a rebooted one in which in the days of these constant name recognition cash grabs is a monumental accomplishment. I thought the story was extremely well structured and it started out incredibly fast. You can immediately be pulled into the tension of the plot, and without time spent on build-up, this movie feels like you're jumping on a train while it is racing down the tracks. From the first minute, it will grab your attention and it will not let go until the end credits roll. It builds the scenarios and situations effectively, keeps things moving as it progresses through the tense dynamics, and the result was riveting as you just ride on this story's impactful journey along with the apes. This script creates strong suspense, heartache, tense action, some lighthearted amusement, and emotionally moving drama, and it weaves all of these elements together into one smooth, well-crafted storyline in my opinion. As you would come to expect, the special effects and the motion capture work were excellent. Like the films prior, the apes are so lifelike you can connect with them as if they are human characters, which adds so much to the connection you build with them and the situations that they face throughout this story. Andy Serkis once again delivers an amazing performance as Caesar, and his motions and mannerisms are all just excellent. Serkis breathes life into this digital character with the help of the effects department, and he raises the bar of effort and quality once again. Now let's talk Woody Harrelson. I definitely think he delivered what was needed in the role as this colonel, but I do think his performance will be hit or miss with people. I mean, as for his performance, it was very good, and he definitely gives this film a serviceable antagonist. But he did feel like Woody Harrelson more than the colonel, so if you were a fan of his, this is not going to bother you as much. However, if you are not the biggest Harrelson fan, you're going to have a hard time not seeing Woody as opposed to the role that he's portraying. I thought the locations and the settings were all perfectly selected to immerse you into the world of the story. The film also uses weather elements to its advantage, as well as just a diversity in the backdrops of the story, and it gives it just a much deeper feel in terms of the overall scope of everything. It also incorporates some nice Easter eggs and subtle homages to the original film, and I thought it was nice because it wasn't in your face, which actually showed some thought behind them wanting to put these in as fan service. And I also thought the musical score was incredible. It does an effective job of building tension and suspense when it needed, and it really felt like that old era of musical scores, and I thought it was fantastic. And if I had to mention any nitpicks about this movie, they would be extremely minor, but I think it could have been in the development of the colonel played by Harrelson. I felt like in the end his character had all the depth that he needed, but I think it could have been conveyed possibly a little sooner in the story. There was also that slight feeling of melodrama at times, and I thought it could have been edited a bit, but none of these issues hinder the overall fun of this movie. This was still a great cinematic experience as it was, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I made it this far without slipping any spoilers in, so I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. War for the Planet of the Apes was fantastic, and I'm going to give it 95% on the entertainment meter. It's a beautifully crafted film that tells a very impactful story, and I definitely recommend checking it out in theaters, and I do say IMAX is worth the extra couple bucks this time. And that's my review for War for the Planet of the Apes, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to go check out Movie Men Reviews and myself discussing the first two movies. Also, let me know, what are some of your favorite moments from this franchise? I'd love to hear what you guys think about this rebooted Ape trilogy. Also, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff so you never miss a thing. I'm Anthony, and you know where I'll see you at the movies.